At 40, most people think life is winding down. But what if it's just beginning? What if this is the moment when the real journey starts? We live in a world obsessed with youth, where the pursuit of happiness and success often leads us to believe that time is running out. But Carl Jung, one of the most influential thinkers of the 20th century, saw things differently. He believed that life doesn't truly begin until after 40, yet not because of age, but because of a profound shift in consciousness. This isn't about the number of years lived, but the depth of understanding gained, and the courage to confront the parts of ourselves we've long avoided. In this video, we will uncover why the 40s mark a critical threshold in our personal and spiritual evolution. Drawing from Jung's profound insights, we'll explore how this stage of life offers something far greater than simply more time. It offers a chance for true awakening. So let's dive into the mystery of why life begins after 40, and how you can use this moment to unlock a transformative path. Most people in their 20s and 30s are consumed by building their external life, career, relationships, possessions. But what happens when the thrill of success begins to fade, and the world's external markers of achievement no longer provide fulfillment? In these early decades, we wear the masks of who we think we should be: the ambitious worker, the perfect partner, the socially accepted individual. But there comes a point when these roles feel hollow, when the truth of who we are beneath the surface begins to demand our attention. For many, this moment of realization hits when they reach their 40s. It's as if a veil lifts, and suddenly the questions about meaning, purpose, and authenticity grow louder. But not everyone knows how to respond. Some continue to cling to the masks they've worn for years, afraid to face the deeper parts of themselves. Others might react with anxiety or even despair, feeling as though the best years of their life have passed them by. Jung, however, offered a radically different perspective. The second half of life is where the true journey begins. The problem is, society doesn't teach us this. We're conditioned to believe that life's value diminishes as we age. But in truth, the 40s are a window into a deeper realm, a portal to spiritual awakening and profound transformation. The challenge, then, is how to embrace this moment and step into a new chapter that promises greater meaning and fulfillment. The process of self-discovery and transformation, especially as we approach or enter our 40s, is rooted deeply in Carl Jung's concept of individuation. Jung, known for his pioneering work in psychology, emphasized the importance of individuation as the path to wholeness. But what exactly does this mean, and why does it take a lifetime to fully understand? At its core, individuation is the process by which a person becomes their true self, beyond the roles, labels, and identities imposed by society. It's the journey to embrace the unconscious parts of the psyche that we've either denied or never fully understood. Jung believed that the first half of life is often spent developing an outward-facing self, the persona, which is molded by social expectations and personal ambition. But as we age, particularly after 40, this persona becomes increasingly insufficient, and we begin to crave something deeper. It is during this transition that individuation becomes the central task of the second half of life. The first question to ask yourself, as Jung would advise, is, who are you when you strip away all the labels and roles you've played? At 40, you're no longer bound to the youthful energy of ambition that drives most of your earlier years. The relentless pursuit of success, approval, and recognition starts to lose its grip, and as this external pursuit fades, a new awareness begins to form. This is not a crisis, but an opportunity, an invitation to dive deeper into the parts of you that have been hidden or ignored. It is here that Jung's idea of the shadow becomes crucial. The shadow refers to the unconscious parts of the psyche that we've repressed, denied, or overlooked. Traits and desires that don't fit into the persona we've cultivated over the years. These can include darker emotions like fear, anger, or envy, but also unexpressed creative talents, ambitions, and instincts. At the age of 40 and beyond, these aspects of the self start to demand attention. This can manifest as a feeling of dissatisfaction, a sense that something is missing, or a quiet voice urging you to go deeper. Jung's work teaches that this confrontation with the shadow is not something to fear, but something to embrace. It is through integrating the shadow that we achieve true wholeness. Jung likened this process to a form of alchemy, transforming the base elements of the psyche into gold. The gold, in this case, is the realization of our fullest potential and a deep spiritual awakening that transcends the surface-level concerns of youth. At this stage in life, the 40s represent a critical turning point, a moment of reckoning where the false self starts to crumble and the true self can begin to emerge. But this doesn't mean that the journey will be easy. The process of individuation requires confronting not just the painful memories or experiences we've avoided, but also the idealized images we've held about who we should be. Letting go of the illusions of youth, whether that's the perfect body, the ideal career, or the societal notion of success, can be profoundly disorienting. But it is only through this disorientation that true transformation occurs. Jung spoke of the anima and animus as key archetypes in the individuation process. These are the feminine and masculine aspects of the psyche that exist within everyone, regardless of gender. In the first half of life, we often express these aspects in unbalanced ways, either over-identifying with the external masculine energy of achievement and doing, or retreating into the more passive feminine energies of nurturing and emotion. But after 40, the individuation process demands that we integrate these archetypes into a more balanced and harmonious whole. This integration can manifest in many ways. For men, it may involve becoming more in touch with their emotional world, learning to be vulnerable and receptive. For women, it may involve reclaiming their personal power and engaging more assertively with the world. In both cases, it's a call to become more complete versions of ourselves, no longer defined by the external expectations placed upon us. Another important aspect of the 40s, according to Jung, is the development of a deeper spiritual consciousness. As we grow older, we tend to become more aware of our mortality, and with this awareness comes the opportunity for a more profound connection with the spiritual realm. This doesn't necessarily mean religious or mystical experiences, but rather a deeper sense of purpose, meaning, and connection to something greater than ourselves. This spiritual awakening is often paired with a sense of detachment from worldly pursuits. The urgency that once defined youth, whether it was building a career, raising children, or acquiring possessions, begins to fade. In its place is a quieter, more contemplative approach to life. This can be a time for reflection, for asking deeper questions about what truly matters. What legacy do you want to leave? How can you contribute to the world in a way that is meaningful, authentic, and aligned with your deepest values? This shift towards spirituality is not limited to those who are religious or spiritually inclined. Even those who once dismissed such concerns may find themselves drawn to a more profound sense of inner peace and connection. This is the moment when the soul begins to seek fulfillment beyond the material world. And it's in this space that true transformation occurs. As you continue to embrace this process of awakening, the true beauty of the 40s becomes clear. The shift isn't about achieving something new, but about uncovering what was always there, waiting to be realized. It's about shedding the false layers that have built up over a lifetime and stepping into the light of who you truly are. And in this light, the possibilities for personal growth and fulfillment are limitless. The turning point comes when you realize that the courage to embrace who you truly are often requires letting go of everything you thought you knew. Jung described this as the moment when the self begins to emerge. This is not an ego-driven process. It's about reconnecting with the essence of who we are beneath the surface. The 40s, according to Jung, mark a shift from the external world of achievement to the internal world of self-discovery. This is the time when the psyche begins to demand a more profound alignment with our inner truth. No longer can we hide behind our roles or seek validation from others. Instead, we must confront the deeper questions. What do I truly want? What is my life's purpose? What does fulfillment look like for me, beyond what society dictates? Jung believed that this inner awakening is not always comfortable. It may involve moments of crisis, periods of doubt, and intense introspection. But in these moments of vulnerability, we find our greatest strength. The more we face our shadows and allow ourselves to become whole, the more we experience true freedom. This is the freedom to live authentically, to shed the masks we've worn, and to finally embrace the fullness of our potential. In the end, Carl Jung's wisdom teaches us that life truly begins after 40, because it is then that we are given the opportunity to confront the unconscious and embrace the process of individuation. The second half of life is not a decline, but a chance for rebirth, a time to shed the illusions and masks we've carried for decades and step into a new, more authentic version of ourselves. If you are in your 40s or approaching this age, know that you are standing at the threshold of a profound transformation. The path ahead may be challenging, but it is also filled with immense potential for growth, fulfillment, and self-discovery. Embrace this moment as an invitation to awaken to the deeper layers of your being, to reconnect with your true purpose, and to live a life of meaning that transcends the external markers of success. The wisdom of Carl Jung offers a powerful guide for navigating this journey. As we let go of the roles we've played and the masks we've worn, we step into a space of profound liberation, where the true self, unencumbered by societal expectations, can finally emerge. If you're ready to explore your true potential, subscribe now to continue your journey of self-discovery.